Dave Delgado here with Team Matau captain Jason Cunliffe. Tell us what you've been up to with the Matau and how's training been in preparation for some future competitions.
Off day, Dave. Thanks for having me on. Man, the training with the team has been excellent. We got a new group of guys in that have moved up from the under 20s. So we got some young boys really pushing the older group. The environment's really good. Everyone's really hungry and just really, embracing the grind. We're out there 4 days a week on the field, and then we go into the gym immediately after, and then we also have gym sessions on Saturdays. So, I couldn't ask for a better start to the year in terms of the effort that the boys are really bringing to the table. And again, with Carl Dodd at the helm, really guiding us along the way, our future is very bright. We don't have matches until June, but that's not stopping us from putting in the work.
And the GFA has done a great job in keeping everybody active when it comes to the national teams and opening doors and making sure that the athletes there stay on top of their game.
Obviously with COVID, we've been able to make sure that our protocol's been in place that's keeping everybody safe. Like you said, the national teams are training, so it's not just the men's, it's the women's as well, both age groups as well in terms of the U17s and the U20s. So GFA's done a good job of ensuring that we're out there and able to put the work in that we need to get the results that we need on the field.
GFA also hooking up with a company in Korea with some high-tech technology to monitor the training of the members of Matau and tracking you guys to make sure that you guys stay in peak performance.
Our technical department is very strong. Our technical director, Coach Kim, is very experienced, very highly rated coach in and of his own right, but also in terms of, his relationships and the people he knows from the football world. So he was able to get us a nice deal with this Fit Together company, which obviously allows our strength and conditioning trainer, he's our head of our high performance, Coach Pavel, to monitor exactly the output that guys are having in training, which allows him to better utilize in terms of the load that we have in training on the field as well as in the gym. If there is any niggles or anything like that, it allows him to really get all the details so that he has all the information he needs.
Seeing the benefits from the younger players continuously moving up in the ranks and making it to the Matau now speaks volumes for what the GFA has put into the national team program.
After Gary White left, we had, a little bit of a lull. I think there's about 2 years there where we weren't playing any matches, and the player pathway was a little bit broken down, so to speak. So when Carl Dodd came in, he really did a great job of establishing a proper player pathway, U17s, U20s, and he's working on the U23s. So it feeds into the Matau, so that, no one's resting on their laurels. Nobody's comfortable. You always got fresh guys coming in, pushing you for your spot, making sure that you earn it every day. And like I said earlier, we've got a great group. The environment's amazing. These kids are pushing, the older guys are pushing, and everyone's enjoying the process, and that's all I could ask for as a captain is having guys come in hungry to get better, hungry to push each other. And while we compete on the field and we really, it's tough, it's physical. We're competing 100%. Guys want my spot, other guys are fighting for their spots. So that's all I could ask for. And I'm really, really excited about the future.
You're making sure it's coming full circle because as a coach, you're giving back to the kids, you're sharing your knowledge, and you're helping these young soccer players develop their game and making sure that when they do step on the pitch again for competition, that they're going to bring it every time they suit up and lace up on their soccer pitch.
It's my job to do just that, to give back, to make sure that these younger guys coming up are ready when they do get their number called, that they're not, there's no jitters, there's no doubts, they will be completely 100% ready to step on the field and compete. So, be it with coaching the U17 national team, which I'm doing now, and I've got a great group of kids under me there. I'm very excited for what they're going to be able to do and what they're going to show the world. I always say I still got a chip on my shoulder because Guam football, we got a lot to prove. And that's the exciting thing about it. We haven't peaked. We haven't reached our best yet. And so to be able to go out there and work every day and help guide the younger kids, to teach them, some of the things I didn't know at their age, it's exciting. It's really exciting.
How fulfilling is it for you as a coach to see the smiles on the faces of these young players, just being able to get out the house, step onto the soccer pitch and just exert some of that energy that, they've been cooped cooped up in the house, and now it's time just to get out there and get them active.
Obviously mental health is a big part of it, and we take, everything into consideration in terms of that with our kids. Obviously I'm a football coach, but I also, we're trying to build the complete person with these kids. So, while we do obviously discuss everything football, I also check in on the day-to-day aspects, how's school, how's, the family life, is there anything, that you guys need help with, any questions. But it's great. The kids come out, they work hard. Like you said, they all have huge smiles on their faces. And that's kind of the environment and the culture Carl and Coach Kim, our technical director, have been able to build and to cultivate, and now we're just trying to continue to foster that and let it flourish, because, when you have a group of guys who are excited to come to train and not forget that the reason we play in this game is because we love it, right? At a certain point, it becomes a business. So sometimes you can lose that aspect of it, but, we try to continue to remind them that, we do it because we love it. We're very fortunate to be able to represent our island. It is an honor. So every day we go out there, we make the most of it. But yeah, it's great to have the kids get out there and exercise and just make sure that they're not cooped up with all this COVID. It's been a tough, 14, 16 months for everyone on the island. And we're just trying to do our part to keep everyone healthy and safe.
And what can we expect from the Mattel the next time you guys do step onto the pitch?
Oh man, we're excited. We got a good group. Like I said, the young guys here, the local contingency, we're working every day. And obviously our coach and our technical director, they're in touch with the guys who are based abroad, and they're working just as hard. But they know, I think in years past, right, it might have been more of a, let's say 70-30 in terms of starting 11. Most of the guys starting before would be from stateside or wherever abroad. But these young guys, they're working, they're hungry, and the level has been raised, times 10. The bar is very high here. And so, it's not far off to say that the starting 11 will be completely all local guys. And that's credit to, again, Carl Dodd, our head coach, and our technical director, Coach Kim, because really the training we're getting is as good as anywhere else you'll get in the world, if not better, in terms of the technical aspect, the tactical. Carl's an intelligent coach, very intelligent. I'm learning something every day, which is, as a player, you always want to get better. You always want to improve. So to have a coach like him, who's also pushing us, out of our comfort zone, so we can continue to grow as a team, it's amazing. But yeah, our team, we're going to hit the ground running once we are able to play in June. I think we're going to really turn a lot of heads, so I'm excited about it.
Here with men's national basketball team coach EJ Calvo. Guam was set to hit the court on the 19th. Original dates, first off, was in the Philippines. Philippines last minute reached out to the GBC stating that they were unable to host the games because of travel restrictions. Bahrain stepped in, said they would host Guam and Hong Kong. Guam and Hong Kong were set to play two critical games in their pool. Bahrain unable to host Guam and Hong Kong. Where does that leave the national team now?
Yeah, so by next week, we should get word on whether the Philippines will be back online with their bubble being formed for us to play back in the Philippines. If that doesn't push through, then we're back to the drawing board, trying to work with our competitors, actually Hong Kong, Australia, and New Zealand in our group, to all come to an agreement about where we can play our qualification games in a safe manner, in a timely manner. And once we have everyone comfortable, we hope we can get these competitions done. We hope we can get the result we want, so that we can advance to the big tournament in August. And it's just in terms of not knowing exactly where we're going to be competing in these FIBA qualifiers.
What's the mood like with the team? The guys just on standby, waiting to get the call to say, hey, we're all in now, let's get to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration, of course, just working hard, getting ready to play, and then not knowing when you're going to compete. But at the same time, it gives players a chance to continue improving, healing from any injuries they might have, and just, making the most of every day as it leads up to competition. So we hope that in the next week we have a new date that we can focus on, and then we can build a training program up to that date, and hopefully make travel arrangements and get the same commitment that we have received from players for the previous travel plans with their other commitments, right? And give time to Team Vaughn.
And of course, it's always about the roster. Any shakeup within the roster with guys originally not able to make the trip, now able to get on board if everything's a go in another week or so?
That's a possibility. I guess both ways. There may be players becoming available depending on the new dates. But at the same time, we have a couple players that are committed to their other clubs or their other jobs that might not be available depending on the date. So I'm hoping the dates for competition are soon. The sooner the better, because not only have we been training hard, but it seems like we have the commitment of a pretty strong roster to take care of business. So it's this pandemic, basically took hold, and we hope to get past it and accomplish our goal.